Namaste guys and welcome back to my channel. I am Divya and I make videos book related. So for today's book review Thursday video, I am going to be reviewing this book, that is The Viceroy Villa by Ashwini U. Nambiar, and it's a children's book. So The Viceroy Villa by Ashwini is about these two sisters and mother, Sneha being the elder sister and Shruti being the younger sister, Avantika being their mother, who is also a writer. So now the thing is that the whole family, mother, father, two kids and their grandma, decided to get settled in this Viceroy Villa, which is situated aloof from the city area, in between a forest, kind of like far away from the city area. And it also has a history with a curse that later on in the book has been disclosed by the maid of the family to Avantika. Now the thing is that things starting to happen, how the blurb says is that Avantika, being a writer, took that curse as an inspiration and started writing her own book, which is like a historical fiction book. And there whiz bang, the main thing started happening in this book. And what the blurb says, that is, when she wrote that book, thinking about the curse, taking inspiration from the curse, those things that she wrote in her book started to happen in reality with her family. And that's what this whole book is about. Now for me, this book was like more of a story driven rather than character driven. And as this is a story driven book, there wasn't much character development in it. Like, I don't think there was any character development, and it was quite childish for me, the characters themselves, being the older ones or the younger ones. I found them all childish. Shruti, Sneha, even Avantika, grandma, everyone was not up to the mark for me. This was one kind of the stories that I used to read in my teenage times, the one that been published on Wattpad or anywhere like that. But as this is children's book, I'm not going to be very critical about it, because it's a children's book, so of course it's going to be directed its audience to be a children. Now the book is very fast paced, to the point, and just flows effortlessly. Like, if you are here and then you will hear, you're of course going to end it. You would know if you are an adult that yes, this is going to happen. But if you are a kid, I think it will be a very good read for them, as it will spike their interest with every page. They might find it interesting to know what the hell is happening, how is this happening, how the story she is writing is actually turning into the real events of their life, and how it is related to the curse. It also has some elements, like I think first half of the book is only about that, the school life of Sneha and Shruti, Valentine's Day, romantic interest, relationships, and so on and on. It was so much about that in the first half of the book that I actually started to like skip pages to read just the main plot of the book. They were like the side plots just to return to make the book lengthier. Now the dialogues in this book are not written how traditionally we write in a book. It's like a script writing again, like Shruti saying something, then Shruti, then the dialogue, and then it was kind of congested also for me, because if it is a script writing like Shruti, she's saying something like, oh my sister, you did something like that, question mark, and like Shruti said that to her sister. It was kind of repetitive, and as I was going to add further on that this book also has quite hefty grammatical errors, which I was not expecting, because I do expect grammatically correct book if it is actually published from a publication house. And that this is, I really don't know if it's an indie or traditional publishing house, but it is a publishing house, so I was expecting a good grammatical book. Because in the back of the page also there are some printing errors, so keep that in mind if you are going for this book. But as for the overall plot wise, if you are a kid, if you want to purchase it for your kid, you can go for it. For me, what I think is that if a child read this book under the age of 10 years, they might take it as, like, you can take it as for them to start a reading habit, to spike their interest to read something further in their life. It might be good for them, like it's like starting a beginner's guide for them to just start a reading habit. Or if they are into suspense thriller kind of things, it's quite up to their level of suspense thriller. So this was all about my review of The Viceroy Villa by Ashwini. it's a good book, it's a decent book, nothing something major, but again from a kid's point of view it might become something really great. So do keep in the mind before going for it. So do comment in the comment section if you have read this book, if you want to read this book, if you want to have it for your kid also. So goodbye till the next video.